That's like saying you wish that you still operated with scalpels and sewed your patients up with catgut. Like...
Leaders of disaster 9/11 this track.
Make something of yourself. So much talent in those little bodies. Your song, The Reason, changed my life. I want to thank you for that.
So this episode was ridiculously long. I haven't decided whether or not I'm cutting it into 2 to 3 segments, but this is what happens when you eventually hit politics with Chris. Isn't that right, buddy?
Although my vote is my vote is for 3, because then we can be like charmed ones. We can have the power of 3.
Yeah.
And yes, I'm aware that that's a cultural reference that might come off a little bit strange for a dude. But I like Charmed. Don't hate. There were seasons of that show that were good.
They were hot. I'd fuck them. All of them. Yeah.
I don't know if I go there, but hey, what's her face from Big Bang Theory was on Charmed in one of the later seasons.
Awesome.
As like a pretty much a blatant ripoff of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah. But we wanted to make up for last week, and we're not really sure when we can record again, so it's going to be in the best interest to break this up, unfortunately, because it's like 4 hours long, and I don't want to do that to you guys in one lump sum.
Yeah, we're totally ripping you guys off.
Yeah, we're using the shit out of you.
Well, actually, we're gonna put a business spin on this. We're giving you added value because you're getting
this
more
is like
episodes.
DLC.
We're
gonna make
think of
the
it
game.
as DLC, delicious DLC. Except you're not getting cool maps or anything like that. You're getting a guy in his pajamas with a husky voice because he's got really shitty sinus problems talking about education reform.
And a guy who basically went on a 24-hour drinking binge and is coming to from it. Thank you, birthday. Which, on that aspect, I want to personally thank my buddies Lance and Jay and Autumn and Naomi just for showing me a excellent fucking time on the yesterday, which would have been October 12th, which was the day I was vagina pooped into the world. And they just thank you guys for being friends. I really greatly fucking appreciate it. Oh, but aside from that, yeah. What happened? Go. No, noise.
What?
Noise. Smoking weed. Go. What?
I was gonna say, and not to be outdone, because I had my anniversary on Wednesday. I'd like to thank my wonderful girlfriend Kate for sticking with me for 2 what I'm sure have been incredibly boring years.
Kate, get out now.
But yeah, probably probably one of the best things that's happened to me in like ever. So just wanted to thank her for that.
Yes, I am happy that you guys are happy because I've seen you not happy for a very, very long time. Anyway, this is yet again gone too long because apparently we want to talk about shit.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Let's try this again. Hey, look, I have regular sound. Okay, it was my jacks.
Well, then that would do it.
Yep. I got my sound figured out.
Huh? Our theories about why we're wrong, but at least me telling you what you sounded like helped us fix the problem.
Yes, and right now I'm just dialing down the sound on my end so that we come in at a roughly even. Oh, sexy bitches.
Yep.
So, yes, no, great, awesome. We're good. You know, we've been talking for 6 minutes.
And there wasn't much rejoicing.
Just slightly. What the balls? Did you text me? Oh, yeah. Sweet. Okay, so, what'd you ask?
Fuck if I remember.
Oh, actually, just random happenstance. So, prior to this...
your birthday, yeah.
Oh, birthday? Okay, yes, that. Let me get this out of my head first.
Okay.
I woke up this morning, Hulu Plus, which I'll get to that in a minute, too. Hulu Plus, Sleepy Hollow. Have you watched that at all?
The new show? No, it looked actually pretty good, though.
Okay. The acting list in that is surprisingly good.
Well, yeah, it's got the fucking Kurgan from Highlander, man.
Dude, Harold's in the first episode.
Oh, John Cho?
Yeah.
Nice.
And I can't remember this other actor's name. Orlando Jones is the captain.
Oh, like from Evolution, Orlando Jones?
Yes.
Yes. Where the fuck has he been?
I don't know,
I've been missing
but
him.
he is in
He's
this.
hilarious.
He's in this, and he's playing a very serious role. However, makes me happy. Makes me very much happy.
Yeah, it makes me happy to know he can still get work. That gives me hope that I'll get my sequel to Evolution.
I don't think I need a sequel to Evolution.
Shut the fuck up. Any excuse to have David Duchovny and Orlando Jones be funny in a film is good for me. It doesn't even have to be a sequel to Evolution. It can just be them doing shit, like going in a shopping mall and like buying underwear. I don't care. They're funny.
Maybe
need to be
they
together
should
again.
do a comedians in cars getting coffee sort of thing. It's just Orlando Jones and David Duchovny, and that's it. A day in the life of. No.
And Sean William Scott.
No, you just need Sean
So
William Scott.
that's another movie we need a sequel to, The Rundown, because that movie was awesome.
Yeah.
Sure, it's not artistic cinema, but it was entertaining as hell, and I could do a sequel.
Honestly, if they ever go through with that Uncharted movie, I vote him for Drake.
I don't know. I've not played the game, so I don't really know the character that well. I just don't know that I would give Sean William Scott too serious a role.
Think Indiana Jones with more jokes. That's kind of what Uncharted is. Like, a lot more jokes.
Maybe. Weren't they looking at Mark Wahlberg for that for a while or some shit?
Yeah, and then the internet got angry. Which is one
I
thing.
don't know. I don't know why. I don't
like.
understand this deep-seated hatred of Marky Mark. I mean, he's not a terrible actor for one. I mean, he's not great, but I mean, a lot of people that people like aren't great. They're just okay.
I absolutely agree, but
He can do comedy reasonably well. He can do action reasonably well. I mean, that's better than a lot of actors that get a lot more, a lot more publicity and a lot more like from the internet.
No, I agree. Then again,
like, I don't understand this obsession with Channing Tatum. Like, the only times I've ever liked Channing Tatum were in movies where he gets to kind of be funny, like 21 Jump Street.
I'm trying to
It's
remember
good,
who
Matt.
Channing Tatum is.
He's the guy that played the fucking Duke in G.I. Joe.
Oh, that guy. Wasn't he in, like,
He's the
Step Up?
hot guy that can't act worth a damn in most things.
Wasn't he in Step Up?
Like, one of them, I'm pretty sure.
I think he was in both of them.
No, I'm pretty sure they swap out actors for every one of those pieces of
Nope,
shit.
he
There's
was
like
in
12
Step
of
Up
them now.
2. He was in Step Up 1 and 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of sad. Like, after the first one, I wouldn't want to come back.
Well, I believe in the second one he had, like, a scene where he stepped in and he was like, "Hey, I'm doing my thing. You can too," and then walked out.
Yeah, I want to like him because he's really funny and stuff like 21 Jump Street, but then there's all those other movies where you're just like, your acting is so bad. It hurts my soul.
Honestly, I think he falls under, like, as long as you give him good direction, he'll be able to pull that off. But he should never be in a role by himself. Ever.
I mean, he was decent in, what was that movie? Fighting. Fighting was a pretty cool movie.
Oh, yeah. Fighting wasn't bad. But then again, when you're looking for a meathead who is semi-pretty, yeah, he can pull that off.
Well, yeah, I mean, I wasn't going to say that movie stretched his abilities by any means. They pretty much cast him for a part that he was fit for.
Yeah.
But it was still decent.
But I think Marky Mark is good when he's typecast. You know?
I like Marky Mark. My favorite, and see, this is going to be funny to anyone who knows this movie and has suffered through watching it. My favorite movie that Marky Mark, or let me rephrase that, my favorite Marky Mark performance in a movie, because I would not want to label the movie itself as a favorite anything, was The Happening. And it's because you can tell Marky Mark
Why?
and all the rest of the actors in that movie are so confused by what the fuck is going on. Like, it's genuine. They're like, really, M. Night Shyamalan? What the fuck is this movie? Why do you have me talking to a ficus tree in the corner of a room? Why am I doing that? I don't understand what this movie's about. Give me my fucking paycheck so I can go home. Like, that's how all the actors are in that movie. It's fucking golden. That's how awful that movie is.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Marky Mark for it, because like it seems like about halfway through the movie he just gives up any pretext of trying to actually act and is just like, yeah, this movie sucks anyway, so I'm just gonna kind of phone it in.
Well, the movie I feel he did his best job in, which really isn't that far of a stretch knowing his history, is Four Brothers. Four Brothers was fantastic. Did you ever watch that?
I have it on Netflix. I still have never watched it. I've always wanted to. And
Oh my god, dude!
Just kind of like slid to the side.
Is it like a groundbreaking movie? No. Is it like you can see the formula built within the movie? However, the interaction between all of the brothers, and you've got pretty good actors playing all of these brothers. The only one I didn't know was the one that was playing the skinny white guy. But I mean, you've got Andre 3000 in there, some other guy, and Marky Mark, and they're talking shit the entire time. And when you've got Marky Mark in his I'm a thug role, some reason every time he talks and he is bitch slapping somebody, he is just hilarious in the way that he presents it. Cause he'll like bitch slap somebody and be like, yeah, I just slapped your ass. Now what? And it's great. It's really fucking good. You should move that up a little bit. Just a night where you're not looking for anything special and you just want good entertainment, go for it. Because they did a fairly decent job with the cinematography. They did a really good job with building a plausible reason for these four people to rain absolute havoc on this town. And they built a backstory that is reasonably understandable to make these people that way. Are you typing shit?
I'm digging in my office drawer. Sorry.
Is that code for your asshole?
Huh? No. If my asshole sounded like it had mechanical pencils and pins in it, that would be kind of worrisome.
Hey, I don't know what you and your girl are into. Just saying.
No, Four Brothers is gonna have to wait because the whole month of October is horror movie month for Katie and I. We even made like a huge. I made a Google Docs spreadsheet of, because we try to hit movies from different categories. It's like I just went down and listed like cool vampire movies we wanted to see or werewolf movies, and we do like one from each one.
Oh, please tell me you're watching Cursed.
Cursed? I don't know. We haven't hit the werewolf movie yet, so we haven't decided. That was up there. Cursed, The Howling, Ginger Snaps, because I've never seen that, and that was supposed to be pretty cool. We even let me find that shit. We have some pretty good categories up here, just for listeners at home, in case they're curious about what they could do.
You're cute. You
next
think we
year.
have listeners?
Okay, so here are the categories for horror movies that we have, and this is by no means like an exhaustive list. You could have more or less.
Okay.
And you could probably combine, or you could probably even like spread out
Look,
some
Cunt
of them.
Nugget, just go.
Okay, we have vampires, werewolves, zombies, mummies because they're not quite zombies, so they deserve their own category. But in retrospect, there aren't that many good mummy movies.
Well, does the mummy would the mummy fall into your horror-based flicks?
Yeah, you could put the remake of the Mummy, the Summers version, the one that has fucking Brendan Fraser in it. You could put that there. I mean, it's not super scary, but you could put it there just to fill a spot. Right now, the only one I have in that spot is Bubba Hotep and the old Universal Mummy movie. Ghosts, demons, animals, children. Which the movie store we go to actually has one for children and one for like babies and fetuses. So they even spread that one out. Voodoo, magic, or witches. Comedy horror movies, which is kind of a catch-all for anything that flows out of the other ones. Aliens, space, because aliens and space are different things.
You know, we're almost halfway. Or we're pretty much halfway through the month. You plan on getting through all of this?
Yeah, we're a little behind. We've only hit 2 of these categories so far. Killers and slashers, objects, houses, or places, Lovecraft-esque horror movies, monsters, gothic period movies, psychological horror.
I'm sorry, all I can think of is black, white, and red when you said gothic period movies.
That's messed up. Alright. Psychological horror, blaxploitation, which there's only one we're even going to look for. We're going to watch Blackula for that one. Teen slashers, which are different from normal slashers, because this is shit like Scream and Valentine and all that shit.
I know what you did last summer.
Yeah.
Well, Scream.
Last year our teen slasher was what the fuck was it? Urban Legends, or Urban Legend, or whatever it was.
I heard that wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that fucking good either, especially considering how poorly it's aged. If you like go back and watch it. We have some special. Well, we hit Stephen King already. We watched it this weekend because she had never seen
movie. It's long.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like 4 hours long because it's a mini series that was on TV.
Yeah.
Okay, and we've got movie series. We were gonna try to hit like a whole series of movies, like all the Scream movies, or The Omen, or The Exorcist, or whatever. Remake and original, which requires you to watch 2 movies, and then as a special. Oh no, anthologies. I missed that one. That's ones like Tales from the Hood and Creepshow and shit, where it's a bunch of little like mini stories. And then classic horror, which would be like any of the old Universal monster movies, or like the old Omen, old Exorcist, the things that have been around for a really long time.
Dude, that categories list, I think you might have to slim that down. Just saying.
Oh. But yeah, we've hit 2. We hit Ghosts and we hit Stephen King.
What
For
would you watch
Ghosts,
for
we
Ghost?
did.
Did you watch Ghost?
And there's usually. Do what now?
Did you watch Ghost? Did you
Fuck
ghost her?
No, I wouldn't. You would have to pay me money to watch that Swayze shit. I hate that movie. But no, for Ghosts, we did a movie that I had never seen, and I'm ashamed to admit it because it's a Peter Jackson movie, and it's got Michael J. Fox. But we watched The fucking Frighteners, and that movie is awesome. It's like, okay, think of the movie, the movie version of Constantine.
Yeah.
But like years before Constantine ever came out, and with like a comedic bent to it.
Huh.
It's like meant to be kind of funny. It's kind of like that. It's pretty, and it's Peter Jackson, so it's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah. You know what you should consider watching under comedies? Idle Hand.
That was one of the first movies we watched when I moved here, actually, together. I was going to try to talk her into watching Black Sheep, which I own, so A, that'll save us money because we won't have to go out and get it, and B, it's a movie about genetically altered, like, attack sheep.
Where does Centipede fit in your list? Or Human Centipede?
It fits nowhere in my list because I have no desire to watch that.
Oh, dude,
I don't know where you would put the Human Centipede. Like that, you'd need like a special category for just disturbing shit. Like that would be where that would go.
Goth.
Yeah, it's not gothic though.
No,
It doesn't
I
take
know.
place back in like the time, the days. Like the only one I could think of off the top of my head to put in the gothic category, so that's a category she wanted to have, was the only one I thought of off the top of my head originally was An American Haunting, but then I found a bunch of other ones like The Awakening, Sleepy Hollow, From Hell,
Wait,
Brotherhood of the Wolf, I guess, like The Orphanage, The Innocents, The Others. They can all fit in there more or less, kind
okay.
of.
You could fit all of the Crow movies in there, but I don't know if that falls under horror.
No, The Crow takes place in like the 90s. It's not gothic.
Yeah, but
It's gothic style. Like, I mean, I'm not talking about gothic like going to Hot Topic and buy some clothes gothic.
Why not? Don't you want to be a part of the tweens?
No. No. I did watch that really funny episode of How I Met Your Mother night before last where Ted dates the 20-year-old, though, and that was kind of hilarious.
What season's that in?
8,
Oh, I
think.
haven't seen that far.
It's funny because it's funny because it's a funny episode, but it was personally humorous to me because it's a reminder of how old I'm getting. Because yeah, I can look at these kids just as they're depicted in that show and feel the same level of disdain and confusion about them.
What do you mean you want me to stick it in your butt? I don't understand.
No, like it's, oh, man, took it to a dark place.
Oh, dude,
Dark places.
yes, because I am now coming off of a 24-hour drinking binge.
Happy birthday to you, then.
Yes. There were go-karts involved. That made me happy. Like, I had my Clerks 2 moment. Dude, honestly, Kevin Smith is absolutely right in that whole having Randall go, I need to go go-karting. What the fuck? Why are we doing this in the I just need to do it. What he talks about and like how they portray that quick little scene, absolutely right. Absolutely right. It's
Oh
just
yeah, I
like
think that's something that a lot of
perfect.
serious critics don't give Kevin Smith credit for, because his movies are comedy, and some of the things that happen in his movies are absurd, like the Donkey Show. But as far as like the dialogue and as far as like getting the human elements of his stories right, he's spot on. He's pitch perfect with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and it was exactly perfect. Because I hopped in that thing and I'm a tall dude, so I'm crammed in there, and I had that moment where I'm just like, maybe this is a bad idea. We're about to find out. And then we were given the go, and by the time I rounded the first corner, I'm like, no, I'm good. This is exactly what I want. Yes. And I was with some friends, and they were in front of me. I'm like, now I pass all of yous. Oh, it made me so happy.
Yeah, every now and then you just need some shit like that.
Dude,
That's
after the way my
actually-
year has been, oh my fuck balls. I should have done that a long time ago. But I rectified the mistake I made last year when I didn't go do it when I was planning on it.
Oh, I know what I forgot to do. That's why I'm still all like goopy and shit. I forgot to take my sinus meds.
Oh, please. Do you need a pause?
No, I'm just gonna tote the laptop with me.
Oh.
We're going mobile.
Are we going on an adventure? Is it to
We
the
are
bathroom?
speaking of adventures. My anniversary was
Oh, yeah.
Wednesday.
I saw
2
that.
years.
Congratulations, man.
And she topped my gift again, because she does that. I think for Valentine's Day, I did like this little scavenger hunt thing for her and got her a bunch of little like unique presents and things that I thought she would like, and set up a scavenger hunt around the apartment, and that was cool. But then she got me tickets for Comic-Con, and I was like, God damn it! I don't like being beat at these things. I really don't. But then, let's see, for the anniversary, I got her a canvas print copy of a piece of art she really liked. It's a Doctor Who thing. And she got me a cardboard cutout of fucking Martin Freeman as Bilbo from The Hobbit. And I was just
I
like,
would say that's
come
unequal.
on.
I would say that's equal.
No, because now I have a hobbit in my living room,
Dude,
and
you
that's
are
just
kind of a
infinitely
hobbit.
cooler. That's infinitely cooler than my gift to her. She has
So-
a painting to hang on a wall. I have a fucking hobbit.
So you now have a friend that you can relate to, height wise.
Fuck you. He's like a foot shorter than me, and that's because the cutout thing lifts his feet up off the ground slightly. So he'd be like 2 feet shorter. I don't want to hear it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
5'6.5" is a perfectly normal height. It's not my fault I have freakishly tall friends so that you guys always get to pick on me for being short.
No, I'm average height. I'm your average male height. I am 6'1", 6'2". I really should figure that one out. Which is the average American male. Which average American male is between 5'10.5" to 6'1", I think. Corey's tall. He's a little bit taller than me, I think. And then John's not tall. I mean, John's the same height I am.
John's taller than Corey, isn't he? I thought he was. Shit, Aaron. I think Aaron's taller than all of them.
Yeah, somehow that dude went from short to, hey, buddy, I can look at you in the eyes.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Well, Rodney's kind of
Although
tall.
we shouldn't have questioned it because his dad's like fucking 20 feet tall.
Dude, everybody's 20 feet tall in comparison to you. Is your girlfriend taller than you?
She's like 5'7". I'm 5'6.5". It's comparable. If I wear thick-soled shoes, you can't tell the difference.
And then you're fucked when she puts on heels.
Yep, pretty much. Which was what our anniversary dinner was. She wore heels, and I was short.
Do we need to buy you some platforms?
Shut up.
Oh, check this out. Do you know those little pop bobbleheads?
Yeah.
Okay. So the place I went to yesterday, it was a fun park to go karting, and I had one of the cards on me because they have the card system set up, which it's basically a credit card that you put money on and it holds your ticket information, all that shit. The one that I had on me was the one that me and my ex-wife used to use, and I forgot that I knew we had a lot, but I forgot how many tickets were on that thing because I know we never used them. And we had 2 of them, so I was kind of guessing, hoping that this was the one with all the tickets. Did the swipe, and I'm like, oh, 9,000. Oh, okay. And I went by the prize area because normally like the shit that you really want is like you must have 100,000 tickets, and I'm like, no one ever has that many. And they're like, yeah, we know that this box is for display, but we need you to feel like you can get it, sort of thing. Because I think they're gonna shit themselves when someone walks up one day and says, I want that. We don't have it. What do you mean? Because no one ever can get it. Fair enough. But I went up there and they had they had 6 out of the 7 Big Bang Theory pop ones.
Nice.
And I'm like, okay, I might want those. And I left, and me and my friends, we hung out, played around, did shit. And then I came back, and I'm just like, hey, yeah, do you guys, how many of those are there to make a complete set? And they were like, well, there are these 6. And I'm like, Sheldon's missing. And they're like, yeah, normally the good ones always go first. I'm like, damn. Okay, I want all of these. And the look on the face was, oh, you're serious? Yes, I am. And you see those? I want 3 of those. And they were just like, oh, okay. They had me sign a release form for the most part. Like, no. He walked up with this many tickets, and could get all of the things.
Wow.
It was that moment where you kind of feel a little pimp, and then you realize you just paid for a bunch of shit way overpriced because I looked them up online. They're like $10. So all 7 of them would have been $70, and I guarantee you the amount of money that has been spent to get that many tickets.
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah. No, I mean that's how those arcade tickets work, because part of the factor that you're factoring in that mostly you paid to be able to play the game to have fun, and that the tickets are like icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Because no one's going to go in there and try to play arcade games to win an Xbox like that, because you'd spend $4,000 to get the tickets you'd need for an Xbox.
Yeah.
It'd be just as effective as getting your Xbox from Rent-A-Center or somewhere like that.
Yeah.
I remember when they tried to talk me into getting an Xbox from Rent-A-Center, and I looked at the payment plan and how long it would take to pay it off in the like weekly payment. I was like, I'm not paying $700 for an Xbox. I'm not stupid.
Are you sure? We have used this on so many other people. And I'm like, yeah, that's because they're dumb.
That's what people with no credit and no ability to put money in a bank account do. Because you'd be better off putting the money in a bank account. You'd save up to buy the damn thing in half the time.
I'm pretty
But
sure.
you wouldn't have it today. Like, I don't get this mentality that you've got to have something right fucking now, and so it's worth paying 4 times what it actually costs to get it.
Yeah. Well, I just like having things when I want them.
I mean, I do too, but if I've got to pay like twice or more what the thing's actually fucking worth, fuck no. I can save up.
Fair.
I mean, unless it's healthcare related. I mean, if someone's like, you need a fucking kidney now, and I'm going to be like, well, is there any way? The kidney, if I wait 3 weeks, is cheaper. They'll be like, yeah, but you'll die. And I'll be like, well, okay, fuck it. I'll pay for the expensive kidney. I mean, if that were the case, yeah, it wouldn't be cheap, but...
No, I'd be cheap. I want the one that kind of works. I want the... Oh, what was it? I want the 3D printed kidney. That's what I want. You know about that, right? They printed a kidney that works. Not even close to kidding.
Probably not cost effective, though, I would imagine.
Well, don't get me wrong. They had to build custom equipment to make this thing work, or to be able to print like a biogenetic thing. But that said, like the fact that A, they did it, B, that it works, and C, I don't think they've attempted to transplant one yet. But that said, it's one of those things that's going to cost a whole lot up front, and then when it becomes a standard, like we don't have to harvest people anymore. Especially if they can figure out how to make them genetically unbiased, so when they are inserted into your body, they adapt the traits of your gene set, so that would give you less rejection periods, the possibility of never having to do that again, and it could also, like if you were born with bad organs, you technically get those replaced. They're your new organs, but they're still within your genetic pool. You just won't have the flaws in them, you know?
Yeah.
Which would be nice. I think. Yeah, no, that would be cool. No? Maybe?
Yeah. Pretty cool.
But, I mean, I don't see that... I feel that, yeah, it's expensive right now, but let's face it. If you could print organs that will work in your body, there is no way in hell that it's going to cost as much as it will by taking an organ out of a previous human being and sticking it in you. You know?
Yeah, fair enough.
Not to mention risk factor a lot lower. What are you doing?
Browsing Amazon.
Oh, God. That explains why you're so fucking quiet. Because when you do that, you know that, right? Every time. Every fucking time you get into something, it's just like, zoned. Hey, dude, I'm talking to you. Dude. And you're just like, uh-huh.
I'm listening.
I am not your fucking woman, dude. You do not ignore me like you ignore her. Fuck you.
I'm not ignoring you. I've not read any articles about what you're talking about, so it's mostly you talking and me going, mm-hmm, because I have no idea,
But, I mean, you can have a fucking opinion on things. Yes?
I think being able to 3D print shit that people need transplanted is great. That's, yay science. And then in 5 years, Christians will find some kind of way to protest it when it tries to go to market. We're playing God by printing organs.
Yeah, let's say you continuously say that when you need a new kidney. Well, no, I need it out of this person. Okay, let's
God
assess
wants me
this
to have
problem.
a kidney.
Let's assess this problem. You want a body part from another human being that may or may not work. Yes, everything says that it'll work, but it may or may not work. You have I think the percentage is what, 50, 60% if you get same blood type outside of the family? Is that right? I'm guessing.
Honestly don't
I'm
know.
going to make that number up and say that it's the truth.
Which is pretty much what they do anyway, so it's a fair trade.
They may have real numbers.
Earth's only 10,000 years old. Where the fuck did you get that number?
But you've got the other half of the set, which is, wait, I was thinking about it. Oh, you've got the other half, which, if you can control all of the factors that would cause rejection from the new part, then that bumps you up to an possibly 80-90% success rate. And frankly, if your body is rejecting it, okay, you take the old one, you toss it, you print a new one. Like, you can legitimately have a "my shit didn't work, please replace it" policy. Like, those things can be warranted.
Your kidney has a 5-year manufacturer's warranty on it. 5-year, 100,000 mile, whichever comes first.
Yeah. I now want warranted body parts.
That reminds me of the episode of Futurama where the warranty on Bender's ass goes out and it catches on fire.
Yeah, we need more of that in our lives.
It would be exciting. The life science thing I'm looking at coming to fruition is, I think it was Google was trying to basically anticipate where we'll be with computer technology and AI and like neuroscience and stuff. They're basically under the impression by like 2040 we'll be able to upload our consciousnesses into computers when we die, so that our body will die but we'll still have like a brain floating around. And that sometime after that, like another 20 years, you'll be able to put it into like a robotic body, so you could be an android.
I don't know if I want that.
Or whatever.
I don't know if I want that.
I do. Especially if I don't have to have a robot body. I wouldn't want that. I'd want to be in a computer so I could fuck with people.
I don't want to live forever.
I would be like a living meme, West. You don't even know. Like
No,
people would be like
guess.
surfing porn, and I would pop up and be like, "Ceiling Chris is watching you masturbate." I see what you did there, sir.
Okay, I can see how that could be enjoyable. I don't know. I'd rather be jacked in like the Matrix. Just be like, pop in, pop out, pop in, pop out. Reality, non-reality. Reality, non-reality. Fuck you, man.
Plus, once you're dead, I mean, what kind of social obligations do you have anymore? Like, none. You don't have to go to a 9 to 5. You don't have to do any of that shit. You just get to sit around on a computer and, like, well, I don't know. Google would probably make you sign a document saying you had to, like, generate ad revenue for them. You'd be like, you would be in their pop-ups on the sidebars.
Oh shit. Oh damn it. Oh,
Speaking of which, I need to go check my privacy settings for that.
what? Huh? What?
Google just changed their terms of service so that
Oh right.
unless you uncheck it, you can appear in ads and shit.
Oh right.
them.
Okay, so they made it as a. Yeah, I read about that. Hell, I think I posted about that. I'll do that in a little bit. Anyway, every time I start thinking, I forget, which is a little sad. That may be the alcohol or the hangover that I haven't had yet. I'm not sure. Fuck. Fuck balls. Noise. Noise. Dude, what are you doing?
I'm changing that setting real quick.
Yeah.
There we go. I don't care. Your friends will be less likely to benefit from your endorsements. I don't give a fuck. My friends can find their own restaurants that they like. I don't give a fuck.
Oh crap.
I don't want to use my picture and my name in ads. That's not cool.
Okay, help me out.
Unless you're gonna pay me, because you know what people that appear in commercials get money. And I'm not getting any money, so I'm not gonna appear in any ads.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind being the overused stock photography or stock model. I really wouldn't, because she's almost, or the way that her face is structured, she really doesn't have an ethnicity, and she appears in everything.
Yeah, fair enough.
I wouldn't mind that. Then again,
Ooh, tomorrow's the day I get to apply for scholarships for next year.
that sounds absolutely boring.
Yeah, but I forgot to do it for this year. Fairly certain I wouldn't have gotten any scholarships anyway.
Oh, the, okay, help me understand something. Alright. Do you use Hulu at all?
No.
So this is going to possibly be a one-sided conversation.
Yep.
I fucking hate you. That said, you're familiar how, like, Hulu Plus came into existence and shit like that, right?
Yeah, it's a way for them to monetize.
That's it. It started because of Fox.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Fox wanted to make money off of it, so
They were like, no, we don't want to give it away for free. And they were like, but don't you see what we're trying to do here? And they were like, fuck you, pay me. We just want your old, fuck you, pay me. And it's like, you fuck up bad things. No. And the response was Hulu Plus, which I feel was a reasonable compromise. You still get your shows for free. They're on a limited viewing basis until, like, the show is over, and then I believe it's open access. But at that point, when you buy Plus, you can backtrack. However, isn't entirely true, because that would require, like, take Grimm for example. Season 3's, I think, getting ready to start. But you can only watch all of Season 2. Where's Season 1? I haven't seen Season 1. I need to see Season 1. I can't access it because it's taken down. And I don't know what has exactly changed from when all of those agreements were originally made, but shit's kind of fucked.
yeah, no, that I would never have a Hulu Plus account. I don't agree in paying money for shit to have a library that, like, is constantly in flux. Like, I can't see all of what I want to see. That and 90% of what's on there is shit that's free on fucking television. Why would I pay money for shit that was free? And what I don't understand is, like, the person who thought of it's a fucking genius. Let's charge money that shit that was A, free on television, and B, for years before Hulu existed, was free online. A lot of the stations had started putting episodes of their shit online for you to watch for free. But no, let's charge money for it now, fuckers.
Well, what you're basically paying for is
The ability to watch shit that was free
Wait a minute.
on television.
Oh yeah, it was free for the one episode. What you're basically paying for is usability through multiple device, and you're paying for basically DVR. Really bad DVR, but nonetheless, like, I can watch an episode that happened 3 weeks ago instead of, oh shit, I missed my episode. Now I gotta wait for the rerun.
Yeah, I can do that with my basic cable. It's called In Demand. I don't even have to pay anything extra for it.
Well,
if
how
it's
much
in
is
the
your
current
cable?
season of a show, I can watch it. I don't pay anything for my cable right now, but even if I did, like, the shitty basic, like, $30 cable has that. Plus, you
but-
still have cable.
The difference is you have $30 or less than 10.
Well, yeah, but that's $30 that lets me watch shit that's not even on Hulu Plus.
Then again, how much of that shit do you actually want to watch? I mean, the only two channels that I'm
Fair enough. I think the idea of paying for television's fucking stupid at this point anyway, unless they finally ever switch over to a system that makes fucking sense, like a la carte, like letting you pick the channels that you want.
That would be actually really nice, because I think I'd have AMC out of what you can't
There
get.
there are actually politicians that are trying to push for that, and sadly enough, one of the ones that I have very little respect for is actually doing it. John McCain is one of the ones that's trying to
Nice.
get a la carte set up to where they can't. Because think about it, like, cable prices and satellite prices haven't gone down over the years. That technology's not gotten really any better.
Well,
It's only gotten cheaper for them, but they still charge people the same or more for the same shitty shit they've been watching for years. Woo! HBO should still cost you an extra $4,000 a year just to have it. Like, no.
yeah,
It's fucking stupid.
HBO is not worth that much. Frankly, their movie selection isn't that good. However, they have done a really good job on their television show collection.
Oh, yeah, no, HBO shows are great, but the problem is you're paying for access to, like, 3 shows that you want to watch. That's stupid.
Yeah.
It's incredibly stupid.
Showtimes aren't that bad either. But
And when you think about it, cable companies, they invent new, like, shitty channels like ESPN 47 so that they can pad their lineup so that you don't feel bad paying $100 a month for TV because you've got 4,000 channels. The problem is you only want to watch, like, 5 of them.
or you only have enough screens for 5 of them.
I mean, so it's just like the whole way we do television is mentally handicapped. I don't.
Well,
It's
and
so
it's
fucking
why,
stupid.
It's why I like Hulu as an overall. Like, I've been watching, using Hulu
But see,
for
that's the problem.
years.
Again, the problem I will always have with Hulu Plus. See, when it was just
well, no,
Hulu,
no, wait,
I
wait,
was
wait,
fine
wait,
with
wait.
it. I liked it. But once they
Hold
switched
your
over where you had to
horses.
pay, why am I gonna pay for
Hold-
some shit that's
hold
free
your horses.
and I don't even have access to all the old shit? I mean, at least fucking Netflix is not like, oh, you get to watch season 5 of Lost, but nothing else. I mean, at least the whole fucking series is there. Sure, they may not have every current television series, but at least everything is there.
Okay.
I don't have to, like, go
Hold
hunt
on.
down the missing seasons and
Hold on.
illegally pirate them because the service I'm paying for is a shitty service. Like,
Hold on. Okay, up until 2 months ago, I had never paid for Hulu. I had only used it. I always plugged up a computer. I strictly paid for it to understand the convenience of it. This is the part that has pissed me off and has confused the shit out of me. Do you ever watch White Collar?
I've watched a couple episodes.
Okay, so you're familiar with White Collar. You're familiar with Burn Notice.
Yeah.
And I think there's another show that
There, you
is-
can watch the full episodes for free on USA's website. Yeah.
No. That's not, like, I've been doing that for a long time, and Hulu just acted as a location to find all of this place at once. And that's all I've ever kind of used it for. But that said, I'm using my PS3 to view Hulu Plus. That way I don't have a secondary computer anymore, so I have no way to kind of log that into, and frankly, having Hulu on my phone is kind of nice. But those two shows in particular, they're really good shows, ridiculously good shows. When I try and when I go to my favorites list or my queue or whatever, they are up there stating, "Hey, you have these to watch, but you can only watch them through a computer."
Yep.
Wait. You're telling me that I just paid for your service so I can view this through this box, and you're telling me no on these shows, these particular shows, because it's not an internet, or it's not a keyboard computer, it is a fucking PlayStation? What the hell? Well, what's going on?
Yep. Pretty much.
That doesn't make any fucking sense. You're telling me something that I have had access through and still do have access through, because let's face it, I paid for the convenience. That's exactly what I did, and I'm trying it out for a while because I can turn that if I don't feel that I'm getting my money's worth, I can turn that off. But shows that are on your system, I can't view through my PS3. What is wrong? Why have they done this? Or what restrictions were put into place to state that even with the Plus service you can't view it? However, you can go online and view it.
Well, it's what happens under any. I mean, capitalism ruins everything. People don't believe me when I tell them that, but capitalism ruins everything. Shit that starts out fucking free always ends up costing money. And even though you're paying money, always ends up somehow having fucking ads in it. Like, it's just fucking, it bothers the fuck out of me.
Well, ads kind of make all the money now, or kind of produce all of the money now for our free stuff to be reliable, and I don't mind paying a little bit for a well-built service, even though it is ad-based, because, I mean, frankly, at some point, in order for the next step to happen, it's going to cost a lot of money, and building a pay-as-you-go service is better than hoping someone donates, because, let's face it, most of the people that are using your free service are broke as fuck. There's a reason that they're using your free service.
Yeah.
So I don't mind pitching. Like, when I first heard of Hulu Plus, I was like, okay, fuck you, Fox, for enforcing this, because from the initial articles that I read, Hulu never planned on doing that. They were like, no, it's all going to be advertising paid, blah, 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 blah. And from what I understand within the negotiation agreements, for whatever reason, Fox could not wrap their heads around the idea that they would get all their money through advertising. They were like, no. We need private access. Why? Because that's the way we feel. Yes, and yet, like I said, don't fucking understand why they couldn't get their money just through advertising and allow all that stuff out there for free. But then again, Fox isn't what I would consider a smart company, just because of how they've handled most everything in their past and how they continue to present themselves into the future. But whatever, fuck them, they're not important. Kind of not important. But, and then I read what the Hulu Plus, why you would buy the membership. And under the guidelines of what that was going to provide, I was like, okay, that's not that bad of a deal. So yes, because prior to Plus, you never had the entire backlog of something. Let's say you were watching Bones, and you've never seen season 1, but you started it in season 2. You could go back and watch season 1. That's kind of cool. And you're in season 5 at the point. That's a really cool idea. I actually don't mind having. I don't mind paying for access like that. But that's not what's happened, and I don't know what has exactly changed. You know?
Yeah, the thing is, I would never do Hulu Plus because there are so many pay services for different things out there that I feel like I don't get enough for my money through them compared to what I get through everyone else. Like, okay, for instance, because I still have my college email address, I pay $39 a year for Amazon Prime, which ends up being $3.25 a month. In addition to their not nearly as good as Netflix selection of stuff I can stream, I get free 2-day shipping on everything. So I get free 2-day shipping on everything. I get a really cool Kindle library thing that I can use that I haven't used yet, but because I've not had time. And I get a streaming service. Netflix.
Wait. Let's compare and contrast on the services that we have available and what we do. So that's how you've got Amazon Prime. I had Amazon Prime for a month to try it out. Frankly, I can't justify paying the $75 as an overall. I can't, because I don't shop on Amazon, and when I do, it's only for one item every 3 months, so the free shipping isn't worth it to me. And yeah, no, I will agree with you that their selection for free streaming is a bit lackluster, and it's in constant flux, isn't it?
No, not really. I mean, it's stable. It's as stable as Netflix is for the most part.
Okay.
You know, Netflix loses and gains stuff, but it's not nearly as bad as Hulu. Fucking, but still, like, even if you average out what a non-college person would pay for Prime, still only $6.25 a month.
Okay.
Okay, look. Okay, you got Redbox streaming, which is like, or the new Redbox Instant thing that they're doing, which I will sign up for just as soon as they get the PlayStation app for it, because it's about the same as Netflix a month. It's like $8 a month. The movie selection is way better, and you get 4 DVD credits per month that you can go to the machine and get 4 free like DVD rentals.
That
So
one's actually not that bad.
you're getting a streaming service, and you're getting the ability to go get 4 movies from the box.
What
So like
about-
half of your $8 is right there, and four movie credits you can go grab.
Does Redbox do television series?
I think they've got some up there. Yeah, I've not
Okay.
really browsed too much.
How will they handle their the video game aspect?
I don't know that you can stream video games
Well,
through that.
no,
You could probably use those DVD credits to get games. You probably just end up having to pay the difference, like the 50 cent or whatever it is that's different between a DVD and a game.
That one actually sounds reasonable. Other than that, like, I don't have a Redbox account, and I haven't used DVDs in 2 years. Like, I don't anymore. Everything's on a hard drive.
Oh yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, the brand new movies that go to Redbox, you can use your 4 credits on those that may not be on the streaming service yet.
Yeah.
But the streaming service is supposedly pretty up to date. Like, Kate's brother has tried it out, and he really likes it. He says he likes it better than Netflix.
Yeah,
for
no,
movies anyway.
I'll look into it once there's an app that is solid.
Because PlayStation is the last thing, I think, getting the app. They've already got it on Xbox. You can do it on your computer. That you can even do it on like tablets and shit.
Yeah.
But they still haven't gotten the PS3 one. It's supposed to be out in November.
Oh, okay.
But there's that. There's Netflix. There's Amazon Prime, which I can get other things, which doesn't work for everybody. I understand that, but
Yeah.
I get lots of other things
Well,
for
no,
that money that I'm spending.
Yeah, the Amazon Prime account, would say if you're constantly on Amazon and you're constantly buying, you're already going to have a Prime account, but you have it for other reasons, and then you have this bonus factor built into it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Netflix, I'm not a big fan of Netflix with their streaming, because in order, like, the lowest cost is what, like $8-9, and you get this nice collection. Don't
It's
get me wrong.
$8.
Yeah, it's $8, and you get this decent collection, but out of what's there and what I want to watch, that cuts the entire list into like a quarter. And when I did have access to Netflix, like, I burned through everything that I wanted to see, or everything that I would want to see, in like a month and a half. Then again, I was out of school, so I had that kind of time on my hands, but it was, and then there was weird shit, like, I could watch season 11 of Top Gear, but I couldn't watch season 2 of Top Gear. Didn't get that. Like, it was available, but only through DVD. And that
that's an exception to the rule though. Like as a rule on Netflix, if they have a show on there, they start at season 1 and they go the whole way up until what's currently on the air for the most part.
Yeah.
As a rule, as opposed to, because see, like right now they even have Arrow on there.
Oh, nice.
But like as a rule on Hulu Plus, they only have like the one right before the one that's coming out, and then everything that's old is not there, and you like, where the fuck do you go to get it at that point?
Yeah.
There's no DVD they can mail you. There's no nothing. You're just paying money for like a completely incomplete service, which is what I don't like about it.
Well, yeah.
If Hulu Plus were a complete service, if I could watch every motherfucking show that was on the fucking television on Hulu Plus, and I could watch it from season 1 up until whatever's out, I would pay for it.
Oh, well,
but because I can't,
hold on.
It is not worth it.
Well, Hulu is only attached to the networks that are willing to sign up for it. Like CBS is not attached to Hulu. I believe that's right. It's CBS or NBC. One of those two is not attached to Hulu. However, they do have like CW, and they have a bunch of the British shows, the stuff that isn't on regular television for the most part. And frankly, you would have to hunt down, such as Sherlock, Misfits, what is it called? Like I Spy or something? Yeah, I think it's called I Spy. Anyway, they have this entire British selection that's fantastic. And you get to view those at the same speed. Like Sherlock, I believe, is still going on. I think they're in filming of season 3 at the moment. But when those shows go up in Britain, we'll get them at the exact same time. Yes, we will get them at the exact same time in viewing. We won't get them as a lump. It will be released at the same time, which is really nice.
But here's my thing though, like. Yeah, you get it at the same time, but you get it at the same time that television gets it, and television is free. Unless you're talking about something like Sherlock. Sherlock's on BBC, so you usually have to have cable for that, unless you have unless you live in an area where PBS is showing it or whatever.
Supernatural is on CBS. Arrow is on the CW. Both of those are on the CW. You've got the
CW in a lot of places is free.
I have never had
cable.
Well, that's just it. Is you've got to have cable. I'm talking about the network channels. That means Fox, ABC, NBC, and CBS. Those are the only 4 that you have access to in most areas. Now, I don't know if there are some deals.
Even still, what I'm saying though, what I'm saying is, when the show comes out, why am I going to pay $8 or whatever the fuck it is a month to see something that I could have seen if it's one of the network shows? I could have seen it for free, or I could go, or in a lot of cases I can go online and watch it for free.
Well, you can,
or I can just go fucking pirate it. Because honestly, if it's a current fucking television show and I missed an episode of it, I honestly don't feel like I'm doing anything evil by pirating it. Because guess what? They already had 1 million people generate ad revenue for them. What's one less person?
Here's my question. Would you create an account on Hulu and just not pay for the Plus? You get all of the same features, minus the backtracking on some shows. But other than that, I mean, you have to view it from your computer. It's still free.
I mean, no, I'm not going to watch shit on my computer. That's pointless. I have a 13-inch laptop.
Well, you can plug your laptop up to your big screen television.
Yeah, that's way too much fucking effort. Way too much effort.
But you just stated that you could go to their website and watch it. So then why wouldn't you use...
I said I could. I'm saying that because you have all these avenues that you could go through to get the shit for free, why would you pay for it?
Well, you're assuming that you're paying for the access to it, and that's not what you're paying for.
Well, that's what you should pay for. The convenience is something that's going to come anyway. No one's going to create a service that you can't access, because then it's not a service.
HBO did.
If you could only use Google on your fucking computer, if it wasn't built into your phone, if it wasn't on your tablet, if you couldn't access it through any other means, Google wouldn't be what it is. That giving people access isn't something you should charge them for. It's not, oh, woo, we made an app, pay us money. Like, that's backwards business thinking. It's capitalist as fuck. It's capitalist business thinking. We should charge them for developing our own fucking product, because that's what businesses have been doing for years. Oh, we're going to justify the price because you guys have to help us build our infrastructure. And then guess what? That price is never going to change. It's only going to go up. Fuck you. I mean, that's fucking stupid to think that you're paying for the convenience of it, because every other service does their best to do that. Like, if you could only get Netflix on one thing, of course you'd go with Hulu if you could get it on 5 things. But to compete, they have to try to broaden their horizons. And in my opinion, like, paying for that kind of access is it's stupid. What you should be paying for is the catalog. And if the catalog blows fucking goats like Hulu Plus's does, then there's no need to pay for it, because the catalog blows fucking goats.
I wouldn't say that the catalog blows, though.
If you can't watch, like, certain seasons or certain episodes of television shows, it absolutely fucking blows.
Well, what I don't understand is why when you have the pay account, can't access shows.
There were shows you tried to get us to watch at John's way back in the day when you came down from Cary or Raleigh or wherever you were living at the time. And, like, I remember we were pulling up shit and it had, like, episode 1, 7, 12, like the fuck? How do you not even have, like, complete episodes? Like, it was just the most, like, dyslexic, schizophrenic collection of shit I think I'd ever seen.
I think you need to re-look at Hulu. If you haven't even been up there, just go take a look. Because what you're complaining about isn't the case anymore. Like, back in the day, like, it was sporadic as shit, but then again, the entire service was free, everything was free, and the only suffering part is you had to watch the same goddamn commercial 12 times, because that's the only one who paid to have that commercial spot. So you just watch the same, like, I can't believe it's not butter commercial 12 times. That blew a lot when Hulu first started. That said, it's changed a whole lot ever since they got access to ABC and I believe it's NBC and Fox. The entire catalog base is insanely huge, because then you've got all the partnering networks coming in. But like I said, the thing that I found odd is the shit that is on, like, USA that they have access to, that they're porting or portaling over. You can't view unless you're attached to a computer, and the only reason I can think that they have done that is because they don't like USA doesn't count or can't count the views through a box or something along those lines.
Which is odd, because you can watch all of USA shit through their own website or through their own app on your tablet, your phone, your computer. But you can't do it through Hulu.
Well, you can't do it through another device other than a computer. Like, I can't view it through my phone. I can't view it. USA has an app.
Oh yeah, that was my point.
Oh,
you can download the USA app and watch the shit on your tablet.
I did not know USA has an app. That might be the issue.
Which is another kick in the nuts to Hulu. Like, I'm paying for Hulu. I want to watch my USA shit, but I can't do it on my tablet.
That would explain
why I could have gotten something for free and done it.
That would explain why they did it. Because they don't want people viewing their program. They need to justify the amount of money that they spent on the app. That makes perfect sense. Yay!
What? Well, yeah, but see, they're not justifying anything. That's again capitalism ruining everything, because they probably spent enough money making that app that they probably would have made all of their money back in like 2 days worth of people watching commercials through the app.
Mm-hmm.
But the shit will exist like that forever, and they'll continuously make money on it. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah. And based off of how this app looks, they spent a lot of money on this app. Well, that will solve that problem. Thank you. Now I have to go see if they built one for PS3.
I don't think so.
Why not?
Because, like, for whatever reason, people don't like building shit for the PS3. They like doing it for the Xbox because Microsoft fucking charges you for everything. Oh, you want to watch Netflix on your Xbox? You have to fucking pay for Xbox Live. Like, wait a minute, I'm already paying for Netflix. Why do I have to pay something else to use it?
Yeah.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I will never own an Xbox.
I don't believe in Xbox Live.
As soon as they get fucking Xbox Live is like car insurance. It's like, but I bought a car, yeah, but you don't get to drive it unless you pay more money. Like, I don't like that mentality. Like, oh, I paid for this service, yeah, but you don't get to use it. Fucking Microsoft.
Yeah.
Sure, Xbox might have a more robust online gameplay experience than the PlayStation 3, but you know what? It's not so robust that I feel like fucking paying for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not a fan. I've never been a fan of the idea of, oh, here's this game. By the way, the big selling point of this game is the online multiplayer, which you may or may not have to pay extra for. Oh, and in order for you to have a connection to be able to play this online, you've got to pay for the online to get through it. But my PC says I don't. Yeah, this isn't your PC though.
Yeah, we live in a world where I don't think people ask, like, they don't question things because they're just so used to just bending over and taking it that they don't look around and actually question it. But when you live in a world where to buy and play your video game, like 27 different parties have to get money from you, we've reached a place that's kind of madness. I mean, your internet service provider gets money from you. Mm-hmm. Their advertisers get money from you. Like, everybody's getting fucking money from you, and all you want to do is play your Madden. I mean, it's weird. It's weird to me.
Not to mention, internet prices continuously go up.
Yeah, and the technology's, the price of the technology only gets cheaper.
Yeah. And then, don't get me wrong, I understand that switching over to, like, fiber is going to take a lot of effort.
Well, that'll take a lot of money, but unless I'm getting fucking fiber, I shouldn't be paying for you to develop it. That's how businesses work. You should have to pay to develop your own shit and then charge people for it. But no, that's not how we let people do business, which is fucked up.
Yeah. Oh, we're giving you a fiber option. Okay, cool.
But
how much
you
is
have
it
to
gonna
pay
cost?
for us to expand our network. I don't give a fuck if somebody in bumfuck Wichita, east end of Jesus Nowhere, Kansas gets internet. I don't want to pay for them to get internet. I want to pay for my fucking internet.
No, I don't want to pay for it to be an option for them. You want it as an option for them, that's fine. Then you have to set
then you
up
pay for it.
Yeah. you pay for it and hope that you get your money back. That's kind of how, like, business works. Except, okay, I understand that's going to cost a little more money. Then you have to, if you're going to up my price, you are going to have to offer me something better. This is why I love Google Fiber, because Time Warner came through and they were like, "Oh, we're laying down fiber." Oh, really? Awesome. How much faster is that going to make me? We're going to have a super speed. Okay, cool. What is that? It's like 300 MB. Wow, that's really fast. What have I had before? Like 250. How much is it going to cost? Why does it cost $15 more? But I didn't ask that. Or $30 more, but I didn't ask that either. And they were just like, yeah, no, it'll be so much faster. And you plug up and you're just like, I don't really see the difference. Oh, my down speed's fantastic. Why is my up speed still shit? Well, we have to regulate the traffic. So you mean my up is only 12 still? Yeah, but your down's ridiculous. It's so good for downloading things. Yeah, but I also need to upload things, like when I play video games and stuff. Yeah, well, still. Okay, thanks.
See, this is where the conspiracy theory part of me kicks in says,
I'm not done.
If you can move. Okay, go ahead.
Google Fiber steps up and they're like, "Hey, look, we are going to offer these plans, and we're going to be laying fiber in. Awesome. What's your speeds? A gigabit up down. What? Yeah, no, a gigabit up down. For personal use, Yeah, they don't even offer businesses. Yeah, we know, but we don't believe in what all the other providers. By the way, if you buy the $700 package, we'll give you a TV, a tablet, a phone, and the service for a year. Oh, you just want to sign up for the service? Okay, you have to pay $300 up front, but your internet at today's current speeds is free. Really? Yeah, it's $300 to get it installed to your area of living, but other than that, it's free. It like, you don't want to pay for the internet? It is free.
Well, if you want their fiber speed, it ends up being like $70 a month after a year.
Yeah,
which for that speed is ridiculous, because
and it's up down. It's not just down. It's up down.
Because Comcast charges you for a 25 meg connection, charges you like $52 a month.
Yeah.
25 meg.
I'm charged 60 to 70, I think, for a little bit faster than that. But then again, it's only down speed. It's not up. Up is kind of the big key to maintaining very quick response.
Well, yeah, Google's not a telecom company, and like I was going to say, the conspiracy theory part of me kicks in and says, well, telecoms, they want businesses to be able to get their information to you faster. But you're just a person, so you don't deserve to upload your videos or anything that you want to share with the world any faster. You get access to a bunch of corporate-backed media advertising bullshit at 25 megs, but you only get to share your stuff at 3.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. I just realized I should say it. So you're listening to the Nerd Method podcast with West and
Chris.
Yay, you got it this time. You can get in touch with us on... Fuck, what's the email? I forgot. You forgot too!
Let me make sure I know what it is without fucking it up. I have it on my phone.
I believe it is nerdmethodpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, methodpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, just email us if you want to talk to us.
You might want to re-record that. That's a clusterfuck failure right there.
I think it's a nice intro. I really think it's a nice intro. Oh.